I can just see me in a little window at the bottom.
On Facebook as well.
No, I'm not in. I'm just in my phone. I'm just in the app. I'm not on Facebook.
Okay. On Facebook we're both on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
You can see
I,
both of us on Facebook.
Pardon?
You can see both of us on Facebook there.
Right. Okay. So I'm not on Facebook. I'm just looking at a blank screen on this Be
Yeah.
Live app. Why can't I see you? That's so annoying.
No. We are live though.
Right. Okay. That's fine. Let's just do it.
Shall we?
Are we live now in
Yeah.
this on Facebook?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Let's just
Could you tag me in it, and then like my friends will see it as well?
Yes, I'll do that now.
Oh, that's a shame. I want to see your face.
I know. I don't understand the well, I've only used this app once. So yeah, I don't understand.
That's one more time than me, my darling, so it's all good.
Post. No, I can't do it.
Just do it. It says there's 10 people in the little thing on the corner, so
Let's talk to them. There's 11 of them, and we're just like having
It's Saturday morning. Please forgive us. I've only had one sip of coffee, so I'm still not quite awake yet.
Pardon? Coffee here.
Yeah, brilliant.
Good morning, Jenny Shepherd, the Glow Coach.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining us at such short notice.
No problem.
So I invited you because I find you really positive, empowering, and yet in your feminine.
Thank you. That's so nice.
Right, because I follow a lot of really inspiring coaches, but they're mostly men in their 30s. I find myself comparing where I am to where they am, and it's like there's a big disconnect there.
Yeah.
And then
why do you feel that you do that?
Why do I feel that I do that?
Yeah, the comparison thing.
You know, that's a really good question, isn't it? Yeah. Should we drop that? Should we drop the comparison thing?
I mean, we all do it. I'm not judging. You know, we all do it, and I think it's quite healthy to actually acknowledge that we do it. And when you're in it, once you're in it, and you know that you're doing that, just to be like, I'm judging again. I'm comparing. How can I compare?
Yeah.
I'm me. They are them. We're completely different, and that's okay. And then
different place in life.
100%.
Life experience.
Yeah.
And I still value what they have to say.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So we met at Tony Robbins Unleash.
Yes, we did. We did.
We're all fighting together. Shoveling coals.
Yeah.
And since lockdown, I've seen your work that you've been doing with your Facebook Lives, the Glow Coach, and also with your partner, the Flow Coach.
Yes.
And I've really enjoyed your vibe, actually. Your vibe. I've really enjoyed your vibe.
Thank you so much. That's really nice. That's really good to hear.
I was wondering if you'd like to share some of that.
Yeah, I would. So obviously we've been, would you say quarantine? We're not in quarantine strictly speaking, but we're locked down and I don't really know what's going on. But the fact is we're all home right now. Things have changed for a lot of us.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's a lot of changes that we beyond our control, a lot of uncertainty. So I think, you know, a lot of people are struggling with that, rightly so, for very different reasons.
Yeah.
Whether it's the fact that you've lost your freedom because you can't go out, or work has changed, your finances have changed quite dramatically.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to, I'm able to still work from home. I've got a laptop and things. I can work from home.
Yeah.
But then I've also got my, my coaching business as well, which is on the side that I do. And I've really thrown myself into that a lot more because I've recognised that people, some people really, really just want a bit of encouragement, a bit of positivity, because, I mean, I don't read the news. I don't have a TV in the house. I don't enter into all that because it's negative. I go into a negative state. I can start thinking on a fear line. I don't want to get down that route. The group Get Your Glow On, I set up just to get everyone together and give them a safe space and get away from the noise, get away from the news, get away from the negativity that they might be seeing or feeling.
Yeah.
And, you know, my partner's been doing the same thing. So me and him, you know, like we bounce really well off each other. So we just have conversations, and you've seen us, like, we'll sit in the garden. It's been nice weather. We're taking advantage of that as well.
Yeah.
And just having a change of scenery, because we're in the house all the time. Get out in the garden.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's like if you've got a garden or you've got an outside space, or, you know, you've got your gorgeous allotments nearby.
Yeah.
It's like another room. You just think of it as an extension of your house.
Yeah.
Rather than being locked at home, you're actually safe at home, and you've got a bit of an outside space, or go wherever you can get a bit of outside space, even just on the doorstep. I did some kettlebell swings on the doorstep the other day, and I'm like, people might think I'm crazy, but it was sunny. I need some fresh air. I was stood on the pathway outside the house for like 5-10 minutes. Then I went back inside. I'm like, that was nice, you know.
A change of scenery, some fresh air.
Get creative, you know, and just sort of think outside the box.
Technology.
Yeah, exactly.
Change your feelings.
And just lifting your vibration, whatever that means to you, however that works. You know, a bit of exercise, laughing, getting on a phone call with somebody, playing some music, stand up and do 10 flipping jumps on the spot, anything at all that just shifts things for you and just makes you change your state when you're sat on a chair scrolling through Facebook feeling depressed. Just put it down and get up. It's that instant to make a difference, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was really stuck with last week. I was really stuck in feeling rotten and stuck in that place of not being willing to change it. And that's when I really started, like, really using all the resources available on social media and all the people that I follow and that I respect, and just really making myself get out of that state.
And did you find that made a difference once you realised that you were in it and you decided to do something?
It made a difference because you know, I don't very often get into a emotional state of upset and get stuck in it, because it's like I've created this life that really works for me, and then once that's taken away, it's like, so how do I create that in a different physical space with a different routine? What's the routine that I create? Who do I surround myself with digitally?
Yeah. And these are really good choices. Everything's a choice for us right now.
Yeah.
You know, well, not everyone. Sometimes people are in difficult positions or stuck at home with a partner that they're not getting on well with, and that sort of thing can be really difficult. I understand that. And, you know, but for you in your situation, you're able to just create something new and empower yourself with those new choices and decide, actually, what do I need to do today? What do I want to do today? What do I choose to do? And then just it makes your mind come away from the rumination that you were stuck in. And it enables you to go forward and actually feel empowered, because I can do whatever I want. I can choose. I can speak to that person or not. I can decide not to speak to that person because they drained me when I wasn't in quarantine. So now they might not be much better. And that's okay. I've come to the realization that it's all about protecting our space and protecting our energy as well.
And I love the way that you use your morning ritual to start your day.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. So the morning ritual that I use, it's based on the book called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And it's really empowering. And basically, he just talks about the importance of starting your day off right. So for the first hour of your day, before the kids, before your husband's up, before you have to rush off to work, before you're getting everything ready, or getting the PE kits ready for school or whatever. That's different now. I appreciate that kids aren't at school. But taking charge of the first hour of your day, giving yourself that time, because we so easily go through life and go through our days giving to everyone else, rushing around, being on everyone else's agenda and not on ours.
Yes.
It just gives you the headspace to actually sit with yourself, reflect on yesterday, reflect on the day that's to come, decide what you want to do, set an intention. You know, when it's broken down into 6 elements, which it means SAVERS, SAVERS. And that means silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing or journaling, however you like to describe it.
Yeah.
And even if sometimes you might not have an hour, just break it down to 30 minutes and don't do 10 minutes a section, do 5 minutes. And my partner and I do it, and we call it like a SAVERS shot. So if we're really pushed for time or we're busy and we can come together for like 6 minutes, do a minute each.
Amazing.
You know, it doesn't sound like anything at all, but focusing your energy and your attention for 1 minute at a time, sit in silence for a minute, you know, say affirmations to yourself. I am strong, I am powerful, I am brilliant, I'm achieving my goals, I am this, I am that. Everything just completely shifts because you're dedicating that small amount of time to yourself.
Yeah.
And it can make such a difference.
Yeah.
So I would hugely advise and recommend that for everyone.
Yeah.
And you know, you feel a bit silly, like you do Facebook Lives as well, Claire, and doing a Facebook Live on your own at 6 a.m. Sat in the living room where not many people are there, but you just think, I don't care because I need it. Do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I think. Like these conversations, I think, well, this is what I need in my life at the moment.
Exactly.
So
Definitely.
probably there might be another person who needs this too.
Yes, 100%. Last night I was on a business conference until it was like based on American time. So we were on from like 9 till midnight. And I just got off there. I was so pumped. I was so excited. I was quite emotional. You know, all good things. It wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I just thought I need to go live. It was like 10 past midnight. And I'm like, Jenny, really? And I'm like, yeah, my heart was like, just do it. Somebody needs to hear this. And then one point at like 15:15 midnight, there was 8 people on that live.
Wow.
And I'm just like, these people are up. You know, I had really good comments from my friends and saying that I've really, really helped them with what I'd said. And it's just like, you never know what your actions, how they're going to help people.
Yes, absolutely. Because
and it's not making it about us. It's like I feel like this might help somebody. If it does or it doesn't, it doesn't matter. Say it anyway, and then the universe will take care of the rest, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's only a year since I started doing lives, so it was after UPW last year that you know, my coach Alex Roseman started at UPW. He was like, okay, Claire, you're going to start doing a live every day. And I was like, there's no way I'm going live on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
And all of the reservations that I had were around my fear, around being enough. But the feedback that I get through messages, people say, thank you so much for doing this. It really helps me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't do it to help other people. I just do it because I feel to do it now.
Yeah, because it helps you, you know.
It helps me because if I'm going to offer something, then I can't be stuck in a negative groove. I can't be. It doesn't work.
Exactly, it doesn't work. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. No. People can pick up on the energy. So if you're like, so let's be positive today, and let's say I'm amazing, I am powerful, I am strong. It's like, am I making you want to jump up and down saying, I am strong, I am powerful, I am this, I am that? You're just like, Jenny, I'm not buying into you, bye, and then you'll log off and go see someone else. You know, it's about being genuine and authentic, definitely. And I'm a massive believer in that. So if I don't feel in myself, I have down days as well, you know what I mean? And I just feel like if I feel a bit stuck and a bit like low energy, I'm not going to get on and do a really hot, fiery live and, you know, inspire 10 people, 15 people, because it doesn't work like that. And it's okay to actually be honest about that.
Yes, absolutely. Like, there's no way that I'm going to say I'm okay when I'm not. There's no point.
Exactly. There's no point.
Because otherwise, and it puts everyone under so much pressure to be okay all the time.
Exactly. And that's when the comparison thing comes in, where you've just mentioned the comparison thing. If somebody looks at you and thinks, oh my God, Claire she's a fireball, she's always on it, she's this, this and this. And then they're like, oh, I'm not like that. I can't ever do what you do. I can't ever do what she does. I can't ever say what she says on her incredible lives that she does. Then that's that person's thing, and they might be stuck in that comparative mindset, but it's not real, because actually you might be struggling as well. And it's we talk about it all the time with the mental health stuff. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
And I think that is such a powerful statement, and such such an empowering, once you get your head around it and accept it. And like I talk all the time about acceptance. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And it's accepting whatever it is, because you can't change it in the moment, but you can change your reaction to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And everyone is going to go through all sorts of feelings at the moment, because everything has changed very suddenly, and that is going to make us all feel really insecure.
Yes.
But it's about the things that we can control in our own lives, in our own tiny world.
Absolutely.
And for me, it feels like my world has become very small. But the way that I've expanded it is by inviting other people in and learning from them, actually. Yeah.
We never stop learning, we never stop growing. And I'm actually really grateful for this period that we're all going through, because it's made me so much more aware.
Yes.
And, to be aware of my energy, what I bring to a situation, what I let into my brain, my head, what I let into my eyes. I don't want to see that news article when it's talking about all the deaths. What about all the people that are doing well? What about all the people that are recovering? What about all the goodness that's going on? What about all the people that are helping others?
Yes.
All the amazing NHS staff, all the people doing food runs for their elderly neighbours. What about those stories?
Yes.
So if you can just, switch the stuff that you're letting yourself in, turn off news apps, turn off, you've got that negative friend that is always a Debbie Downer, always moaning about something. Send them love. You don't have to cut them out your life completely, but put them on mute for 30 days. you can do that on Facebook or whatever platform you're on.
Yeah.
Because we've got to be so careful about what we let into our brains. And that's another thing I love about the Miracle Morning. Doing, the mindset morning work is you're controlling what you're letting into your mind at that space, that time on the morning, because you're just woken up, and our brains are, they're so impressionable in the first 20 to 30 minutes of the morning.
Yes.
And it's about feeding yourself with goodness. This morning I got up, I jumped in the shower, and I had Les Brown on a YouTube motivation video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I need that. Then I came into the bedroom, and then my partner was on his phone, and Les Brown said one sentence, and my partner was like, oh my God, I needed to hear that. Brilliant. Yeah. And he wasn't listening to Les Brown, but I brought it in, and I'm a strong believer in the right people will hear what they need to hear at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's just getting your day started off the right way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And I love the way that you use affirmations.
And
the way that they seem so very embedded in you, these affirmations.
Yeah, they haven't always been, but they are now.
Yeah. And I think that it might be easy for people looking at watching this to think, well, it's okay for Jenny because she lives with a partner who's into the same thing, and she's got this great life. But you've actually only just moved to a different city, haven't you?
Yeah.
And
yes, I have. Yeah, my life has totally changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I forget about that, and it only happened like a few months ago, and then then we're straight into this. So me and my partner have never lived together before. This is all brand new.
Yes.
So we are completely in at the deep end. We've been living together for, I think it was like maybe 8 weeks when all this happened.
Wow.
So yeah, we are positive, and don't get me wrong, we have to work around each other a lot, and there's a lot of compromise and discussion because it's not easy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, when you've been living
anyway.
for 8 weeks to then be both working from home together outside, and the whole world's closed, you can't nip out for a coffee or nip out for a sandwich or
no.
Yeah.
Go and have that G&T with your friends to get a bit of headspace and you know, offload. It's like there's none of that going on.
And I love your lives that you do together from the garden, because you seem very yin yang, the both of you.
Yeah,
seem to really complement each other.
We do complement each other, and I do feel like we've taught each other so much, and you know, we've both been single for a long time, just getting ourselves in a really, really good position, you know, mentally, and we're on our own paths, and we love each other and we love ourselves, beg your pardon. And then we met completely randomly. We weren't looking for anyone, but then you just have to like acknowledge, and it's the acceptance thing again, you know, like acknowledge and accept that actually this has happened. How do I feel about it? And then within a very short space of time, we decided that I would leave. I'm from Leeds. We decided that I would leave. I put in a transfer at work. I requested it, thinking, I work for the government, so it'll be like, you know, a long time. There's a lot of other things going on. And this was like all the Brexit stuff was going on as well. So everyone's focus was on that, not on internal transfers. Say that again.
I miss those arguments.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, the negativity, cut it out. So it's like all of that was going on. Then I'm like, yeah, so I'm just going to, you know, ask if I can do this and the other. Thinking it would be like 3 months to get authorised and approved, and then within 5 days, I had an email.
Wow.
Saying, yeah, where do you want to go? Brilliant. We'll support Jenny's decision. This, that, and the other. Thank you so much.
Brilliant.
Have a good time in London. I'm like, oh. No. So I remember I called my partner. I was on the train down for the weekend, and I was in the train station, and I'm like, yeah, so remember that conversation we had? Are you still serious? Because I've kind of just got an email saying that it can happen and it's up to me and where do I want to go, and they'll sort it out. And he was like, oh my God, amazing, brilliant. Oh God. But again, it's getting rid of fear, getting out of your comfort zone, just doing it if it feels right, if any element of it feels right, and just like, what if it will work? What if that is the best thing that ever happens? What if I get an amazing job at the end of it? What if this is the best relationship of my life? Do you know what I mean? What if London is the place where I am meant to be, thrive, do, have, and be in everything that I want?
Yeah.
It's like, what if all bad things?
Yeah, what if all the good things?
Exactly. Absolutely. I remember thinking about it. I didn't speak about it. I told people. I didn't ask people. I was telling people. I'm 36, do you know what I mean? So I'm at the age now where I can make a decision or two on my own.
Yeah.
But in my family, I'm the youngest, so they still see me as baby this, baby that, oh, little Jenny. And I'm like, I'm a 36-year-old woman. I've had so much more life experience than my whole family put together, you know, with, you know, stress of relationships and divorce and debts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, actually, do you know what? I'm pretty okay. I know what I'm doing. If it feels right, I'll go with it. And if things change, I'll figure that out and I'll deal with it. Yeah. I'm never going to be completely broken. I've been broken years ago with personal experiences. And that is why, honestly, Claire, that is why I do what I do now. That is why I've become a glow coach, because I didn't have anyone when I was going through my stuff, and I hate the thought of anyone suffering.
Yeah.
Especially women, because, you know, we do find it difficult sometimes to talk and be open and ask for help. Like, that is the one thing that I really struggled with, asking for help. And there's no shame in that. There's no embarrassment in it. So that is now why I've created the Glow Goddess program. You know, GLOW stands for Grow, Live, Overcome and Win. And it's broken down into segments, because I really feel that going through each of those phases to get back to yourself, find out who you are again, what you actually need, who you actually are, what you want in life, what makes you happy, but then also figure out why you stayed in that marriage for so long, why you were looking for that, for validity of yourself, why you were staying in a situation that didn't mean that you were thriving, you were just surviving and getting by, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's all experience. So when I said I'm going to go to London, it wasn't even really a massive decision.
Yeah.
You know, it sounds quite strange, but it's just like, oh, what's the worst that can happen? We break up and I go and get my own place and I live happily ever after. Okay. I can do that as well. Or the worst that can happen is I go back to Leeds, go back to my old job. Not great, but I'll do it. I'm already in that. That's my current reality.
Yeah.
The worst thing that can ever happen to us usually is your current situation.
Yeah.
Going back to it. And it's like, well, there's nothing to lose, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, quarantine isn't always easy with a new person that you're living with, but it's mindset, and we're very good, and we do affirmations together. And he wasn't into any of this stuff, really. Do you know what I mean? I've introduced all this stuff to him, and he's so grateful to it because it's another person giving that awareness and knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Love this.
If you're open-minded to it, we just need to be open-minded to things, you know?
Yeah. I just remembered where I bumped into you most recently was it October?
Yeah.
After Gary Vee. We saw Gary Vee in Birmingham.
Definitely, yeah. It was at the NEC, wasn't it? Yeah. That was such a good event. It was so nice to see you as well.
Hey?
It was so nice to see you as well.
Yeah, because my phone just died, and then I just bumped into you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were outside the toilets.
Outside the toilets.
Yeah, we were waiting for it for like our friends and stuff, and then it was like, oh, amazing.
Yeah, that was a really good event. I really enjoyed Gary Vee. He's amazing. Yeah. He's amazing.
Definitely, he's amazing, and he just says it like it is.
He does.
You know,
yeah.
No fluffing around. Yeah. You don't hurt people's feelings, and you don't say things to be obnoxious and hurtful. However, people need a reality check sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, why are you doing that? Is that serving you in any way? No. Well, cut it out then. Do something else. What do you actually doing? It's straight talking.
Yeah.
And that actually saves time in the long run.
Yeah, and he's all about start now, get perfect later. I love that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a year ago, I was like, I can't be doing Facebook Lives. I don't know. This was what I said to my coach. What if I forget what I'm talking about? If you're authentic, it doesn't matter. As long as you're authentic and you're being open and honest, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. And then I was like, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for that. But also, don't you think a lot of it just comes down to permission?
Yes.
He was giving you permission to do it by setting you a bit of a challenge that he knew would scare you.
Yeah.
But then also giving yourself permission to be like, oh, okay then, I can do that. Why can't I go on and do a live and be authentic?
Yeah.
What happens if someone sees this and gets something amazing, gets a light bulb moment, an aha moment of their own?
Yeah.
And I could have sat here being quiet, you know, but actually get out your comfort zone and give yourself permission to do it. Permission is a massive thing that I talk about.
Yeah.
As women, especially, we don't often do it.
Especially as women. And then it's like, well, who am I to do it? And then it's like, well, who am I not? Who am I not?
Exactly. How dare you not?
Yeah.
Oh, how dare I be amazing? Actually, sister, how dare you not be amazing? People need you. People need you and your voice and your experiences and your light, your experience of what you've been through, good, bad, or whatever. And they need that because people need help. And when people are in you know, like a low vibration place, like a bit of a difficult situation, they need to see that actually they did it, I can too, or that a bit of advice I can apply today, or that sort of thing that they're talking about means something to me as well.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't know that if we stayed quiet.
Exactly. Like
it's massive. Getting your head around that, like, how dare I do that? It's actually, how dare you not do it? It's so powerful because we've all got a gift.
Yeah. Everyone.
100%. Everyone has. And I think for me, that one of the things that I love about the permission thing, I think for me, holding myself back over the years, it's been because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to waste any more time in the wrong career or the wrong job or vocation or profession. But I also realised that was just a BS excuse I was giving myself.
Yeah.
Just BS to keep myself in the comfort zone. But what I talk about a lot of is the discomfort zone.
Yes.
People talk about you in your comfort zone now, and I'm like, actually, this isn't comfortable for me anymore because I know I'm expanding. I know that I can rise up and level up. I'm still staying here, and I know that I want to be up here, and I'm not comfortable anymore. 10 years ago, when I was in a completely different mind space and headspace. But now I'm in a discomfort zone, so I need to use that. We can all use that to push ourselves up. To,
and that's where we all are, isn't it? We are all in the discomfort zone.
Definitely. Absolutely.
I have not thought about it like that. We're all outside the comfort zone.
Yeah. Right now we are. That is where things happen. 100%.
Yeah.
Because when you feel drawn to act on something that is discomfort or fear based or whatever, that means that you need to do it. There's something in you that means that you need to do that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be on your radar if it didn't trigger anything in you. It's not your thing to do.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So whenever you feel something,
who would say, I'm having a hard time, but I did last week, and I know I was in it a bit, but I could have just carried on pretending I was fine, and I would have experienced no personal growth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And to admit to yourself that I'm not okay, and you've been quite public about it, and saying, I had a conversation last night with a friend. I was a little bit lonely. I felt a bit down about things. And that's power in itself, because you're actually giving other people, men and women, and like young kids that see it, you're giving them permission also to be a bit more public and forthcoming about the fact that they are not okay as well. They're not in a perfect place. They're not happy all the time. And it's like us going first, saying it first is just giving other people, oh well, they say, oh, thank God I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And and it's...
Go on.
No, go on. It's okay.
If I hadn't have admitted to myself I didn't feel okay, then I FaceTimed my friend who's stuck in Thailand.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that conversation.
I'm having a really hard time. And he was like, okay, let's look at this. We've got 6 weeks off. It's like being on school summer holidays. When are we ever going to have this time again, and how are we going to use it? And then out of that conversation with him came these daily conversations, which, by the way, I've got people booked up for the next 10 days all over the world.
Brilliant.
Who are going on to talk about how they get through the day. What a gift.
It's brilliant.
What a gift.
Because you had the courage to talk to your friend, have that conversation, and you were open-minded to be like, actually, why don't I just get on live? So, your coach last year saying all these crazy things to you about doing it every day.
Yeah.
you thought it might as well just been swearing in your face.
I was like, please listen to me.
Exactly. And now you're doing it.
Yeah, and all of my coaching clients, all
definitely
because of my lives, all of them.
And now you are coming through this by helping others.
Yeah.
How powerful is that? And this, it's going back to the permission thing. This whole phase, this whole period that we're going through, we've got permission to rest.
Yes.
We've got permission to stop and permission to reevaluate, figure out, well, what is my normal when we do go back to normal? What is my normal? Do I even want that normal anymore? Because I don't even like it.
Yeah.
What can I do to change? Whether it's starting an online business, whether it's reaching out to that business coach and getting an idea, whether it's, speaking to a friend like you did yesterday, and then that has now led to you being booked up with 10 amazing speakers all over the world. It's it's incredible how it all unfolds.
And it's going to be 21 speakers.
Brilliant. Keep doing. Why limit yourself? Why limit yourself to 21?
Hey?
Why limit yourself to 21 speakers? Just keep doing
it. Exactly. It could be every day for eternity, but it's definitely every day for the rest of lockdown.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a joy.
Stop there, to be honest.
Say that again.
It probably won't even stop there. I can imagine it going on a bit longer, to be fair.
It won't. And there's such a joy in actually being brave enough to do stuff at this time, because there's no way that I would ask people to do this normally. Because I would feel like I was asking for their time. But for a lot of people in this field of personal development, time is what they've got at the moment.
100%, yeah.
And people are just like, book me in. Yeah, book me in. I've got my yoga teacher in India coming on. I've got a friend,
amazing,
a friend who runs a resort in Goa coming on. They're all in lockdown, and they all have their experiences of lockdown, and yeah.
That's brilliant. I love that. Well done you for doing that. So I'll catch as many of those as I can.
And thank you so much for coming on. I love your work. And this morning I picked up and listened to your live that you did last night, and I got a lot from it because it was heartfelt.
Yeah. When I feel something like that, I'm like, oh my God, like I just felt so emotional, not bad, upset emotion, like it was fuel emotion. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'd been on an amazing conference with other people like me that are wanting to better themselves and build an online business, which we're doing. And it's like, oh my goodness, like it was how dare I not share this amazing opportunity with people?
Yeah.
How dare I keep it to myself? There's people out there that need me, that need to hear this. There's families that need help. And I just had, again, a massive light bulb moment. And I'm like, right, Facebook Live, midnight, who cares? Do it.
Yeah. Hit live. People, like a lot of self-employed people have lost all of their income and all of their work. And they are going to be looking for something. And like online sort of network marketing could be a really good thing for now. And
100%.
Do alongside their usual occupation when they start back again.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. And like you said, this is the time. We've got time. I've actually got a bit more money because I'm not commuting. You know, I travel a lot for work, and you know, a lot of my time was spent commuting. And I don't have that expense, whether it be time or the financial expenses right now. So people actually are looking for things. So it's important to get out there, get out your comfort zone again. I've talked about just being there to offer people a solution. If you've got any gift at all, if you're doing anything that can be a solution for someone's family, or help them in any way, like, you need to just get more vocal about it. This is the time. People are at home. People are free to do lives for the next 10 days, like you've just said.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to just take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Just do it. Just do it.
And check in with yourself as well. And pardon?
And no, go on. Check in with yourself.
No, that's okay. Go on.
How do people find you?
How do people find me? So I've got a group on Facebook, which is called Get Your Glow On. My website is, we can put it in the links below. And my website is www.glowgoddess.co.uk. And then you can book through there to get like a one-to-one glow call with me. Brilliant. And just talk about what you need, what you're looking for, where you are, where you want to be. And then I can take you through that whole process. I'm an NLP practitioner. I'm a life coach. I can help with mindset, helping with communication, especially at this time when you're stuck at home with a partner. A lot of the time, we want the same things. I'm really passionate about this because we want the same things, but we're coming at it from different angles. And I can help you just to sort of reframe things, think about things in a different way, so that you can hopefully create a bit more harmony in your current situation, which, let's be honest, is always a helpful thing right now.
Amazing. And I think a lot of people will really value that now, because a lot of people who really get on and have a lot of love and respect for each other will be wanting to find ways to make this very intense time work better for themselves.
Definitely, 100%. And there's ways to do that, you know, there's ways to do it, and actually giving yourself the time, energy and permission to commit to yourself in this time to grow through something and to help your skills and upskill in some way, then you're never going to regret that decision.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having me. I've loved it.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on, Jenny.
Thank you. Hopefully I can find it on Facebook.
Have a lovely rest of the day.
Thank you. You too, darling. Bye, everyone.
Thanks.
See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Bye.